Happy fucking Monday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Um, I know this weekend some people got to go and spend time with a woman, and some people didn't, and that's unfortunate for those some people. But we're gonna make fun of them because it is funny. Now, there's two types of those people, right? There's two types of those people. Um, there's those that you know just are afraid to talk to women, so they hang out in strange places like garages. Just for example, no one in particular, guys. Just that's just an example, right? I'm not calling anybody out. So if you get offended, it means it's you. And then there's another group where they can talk to women, but they just send them money, but they never actually see them physically. Let's say you live in Texas and you own a semi truck and you pay like people over OnlyFans, but you never see them. Or let's say you also live in Texas, but you like never go home, but you just send your paycheck home. At least I would hope you did. And yeah, so there's those two types of people that just never see women. And I wanted to talk about one of them. It was the first one, the guy that lives in Texas and sends women money over the internet but never sees them. I believe, and don't quote me on this, guys. I believe that they go by. I got to pretend like I don't know who they are because that's what we do on YouTube. I think. Oh, it's a guy named Winzard, I believe. I think that's his name. I was watching a video that I of course I never watch, right? I never watch it. I just happened to catch it this one time. But he was making fun of a guy for having an OnlyFans girlfriend and calling her ugly and saying she had Down syndrome. It was at 33 minutes and 25 seconds. If you'd like to strike the channel to be an asshole, I don't condone that. But if you've had your channel taken and you would like to get revenge for any reason, 33 minutes, 25 seconds. But he's talking about how somebody's like sending someone money and never sees them, hasn't got laid by them, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, we all remember Miss Winzard. And I can't prove it, but I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a certain cab over driver or aficionado, you would say, in the great state, the Golden State, as many know it, that is probably receiving money and also will never sleep with you. I don't know how I would know that. I'm just basing that off of your behavior on YouTube. And then the garage dwellers, I also find funny, calling people pill poppers, making fun of their job situation. This is another hilarious thing to me because the same person who lives in their garage is got a string of criminal records that would indicate heavy drug use, particularly pills. And they're making fun of other people for using pills, which I just find fucking rich, guys. Like it's always funny that there's like so many people accusing other people of doing exactly what they're doing. And I know I'm at risk of that myself, right? Because I like to point fingers. So it's like, if anybody ever came up with a bunch of drug use for me or racism for me, that would be super embarrassing. 7Q. But yeah, I don't know. I just found that rich that they were talking shit about somebody that uses pills while using pills themselves, right? Suspended, driving while suspended due to drug use was one particular charge, right? Self-admitted, right? Firing a gun during a drug deal. Self-admitted, guys. Like, this isn't shit that people had to make up, right? This is just shit that they volunteered. And but they're not important, guys. They're just fun to talk shit about. But what is important is this particular garage dweller. This is codename Narc. If anybody hasn't figured it out this far into the video yet, but I found it funny because the other day he said we won, as in like he won, the like his little group of people won, talking about the GW Bulls James Best situation. And I also thought that was funny because it's like you're literally running your life around trying to destroy this guy, but his own stupidity would have destroyed him with or without your involvement, right? Like, you didn't win anything. They were dumb to begin with. You were just along for the ride to see it happen. I wouldn't call that a win. So like losing everything to claim that somebody that was going to lose anyway, you somehow had something to do with it is kind of fucking embarrassing. Just my opinion. And I wouldn't call that a win. Wouldn't call that a win, guys. But I mean, to each their own, right? If that's all you've got in life, hey, proud of you. Proud of you. What I don't understand though is like why GW Bulls, and I know people have touched on this, but my a lot of my time on YouTube has been GW Bulls focused, and I just don't know why GW Bulls would go to Narc. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm honestly kind of offended that he didn't come to me. Really, I mean, if he thought, he was going to get some kind of vengeance from like somebody that he thinks was after him, it's like, why not me? My chopped liver or what? But it's probably because I keep deleting channels, right, 7Q? But yeah, all that shit, Oser, fucking GW Bulls, Best, all that was a fucking powder keg without anybody's help. That was just natural, in my opinion. The fact that Best is basically like perpetually drunk at this point, the fact that he's able to accomplish anything is a goddamn miracle to me. Like, I don't understand how he does it. I'm considering digging a basement and then being drunk in it at a time and seeing if like I'll just get people to work for me. I don't know. Seems like a strategy. I don't know. Worked well for Best for a while. And then the whole thing with Oser, GW Bulls is funny to me. He reminds me of Alex Jones, where like he'll say some off the wall fucking just wild shit. But then it's like when you really break it down, part of it was sort of kind of almost true. So like with the whole Oser thing, do I believe that Oser is like unable to drive a truck? Like something's wrong with him physically, whatever. Yes and no. Do I believe GW Bull's side of the story 100%? No, I don't. But the fact that, we keep finding out that Oster's got all this experience, but he works for Best for $600 a week, kind of lends credence to fucking GW Bull's story, right? Like, does it have anything to do with his feet? Probably not. But is he like super diabetic and has super high blood pressure, and so he can't pass a fucking physical, and so he kind of has to drive under the table for someone like Best and get treated like garbage, and he can't really go anywhere else? Highly probable, guys. I would say definitely probable. So that's what I mean when I say GW is kind of like Alex Jones is like he kind of touched on it, but not in the right way. He was more in the sense like making shit up when he didn't have to, like he always does. But like all this drama with Best and fucking Oser and shit, you know, it's always been. It's never not been a thing. So I don't know. The fact that Narc calls this a win, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of pathetic. You haven't won anything yet. I mean, you have a lot of enemies. You'll have a lot of people that don't like you. I mean, congratulations, you've succeeded as a troll, but you haven't really won anything. The closest win that he's ever had is probably Cooper. But again, it's fucking Cooper, guys. And I think Cooper would have gone to anybody in his desperation for a few bucks to pay his cell phone bill and get something to eat. But I saw that and it just blew me away. I'm like, a win? You spent 5 hours on Valentine's Day weekend alone in the garage talking to a bunch of men you hate, and you're calling it a win because a guy that was going to fail anyway failed? Wow. Wow. The bar is fucking low for success these days, guys. The bar is low for success. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to start doing this in the mornings. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm probably just going to talk shit. Nobody will probably watch, but that's okay. I'll talk to myself for a little while anyway. And, you know, you never know when you're going to find that one thing that fucking, like, gets the views. You know, there'll be a topic. I'll mistakenly talk about it. And it'll get a lot of attention, you know. It'll be my This Guy Trucks moment, guys, where I'll go viral and be super popular. But anyway, guys, we'll see you another day now that I can lazily go live and not have to work to make a video.